Tommy Robinson has just dropped a huge announcement, and it comes right before the 13th, a date already surrounded with tension and anticipation. What he's revealed could shake things up in a big way, and it's got people talking across the country. Stay tuned, because you'll want to hear exactly what he's planning. Before we get into the footage, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. We have released our new I'm Not Far Right t-shirts. There are 2 different variants which come in black and blue. You can find them at britishstand.com or check the link in the description. Let's get into today's video. Have a watch.
So, I've just had a meeting with the police, an hour and a half briefing about September 13th. Everything's looking good, okay? Safety, routes, we need to make a lane safe for an ambulance to get through, all these things, yeah? We're doing everything we can to make sure this is a safe event. What I need you to do, everyone here, listen to this. Make sure this is shared with every group chat you've got, every bunch of lads coming. I know lads are coming from every corner of Britain. They're coming from all around the world for this event. We fail if there's aggression. We fail, we're not allowing face masks. Do not come if you can't show your face. Honestly, please. We have worked, when I think about it, everything that's happened in my life for 15 years has led up to September 13th. Every single bit of misery for everyone. Lucy Connolly. Every person, what's happened to the abuse against patriots in this country is led up to September 13th. Do we want to succeed? Do you want to send a message to the establishment? A message that they fear? They won't fear if there's trouble. In fact, that's what they want. Do not give them what they want. Don't overdrink. Okay? Seriously, don't. It is a party. It's a party that involves families, old people, children. It's a festival atmosphere. Everyone's done it for the last 3 events. This is going to triple, quadruple the numbers. I believe 1 million people are going to turn up in central London for this. What we ask, every group of lads has got that one. Sometimes that one was me in my group of lads, yeah? Who's a bit boisterous and sometimes a bit too boisterous. Control him, lads, please. I know the football lads are coming from everywhere and I know the discipline they have. Lads, I appreciate it. Help us maintain order on this day for the amount of people that are coming. If someone tries to step out of line, please, we need to put them in line. Okay, we need to put them in line. And I understand the aggression, but September 13th is not a time for that. Okay, it's certainly not a time for it. You will undo all of the hard work. I don't know if you understand the logistics and planning that's going on behind the scene to put on the festival that we're putting on. Don't let us fail. Please do not make it a failure. Imagine we all walk away at the end of that day with the largest event London has ever seen politically. It puts us in, people say where this is going. Watch where it's going. You watch what we've created in the last 12 to 18 months. Look at the mood of the nation. It's brewing for revolution. And the politicians will know it after September 13th. But they'll only get the message if we control ourselves. So again, the message has to be clear. Do not come with aggression. Bring your smile, bring your flag, bring your family, bring your children. That's the sort of event this is going to be. I've just found out there's 110 coming from New Zealand to do the haka. We're having to get a bigger stage. There's 110 who are part of a Christian freedom group, who opposed the lockdowns, who opposed transgenderism, who opposed all the problems. You know when people say, why are you talking about other countries? Why have you got politicians coming from other countries? UKIP had a chance under Nigel Farage to unite with the populist parties of Europe. As in Le Pen, Wilders, all of them come under one banner. Farage refused. The problems that we face in Britain are a problem that face the whole of Europe and the whole of the West. It's an attack on the West. Only united do we defeat it. You see what we're about to pull off in London on September 13th? Well, picture us doing that in the summer, but in every major capital in Europe, with the support of the populist political parties in those countries. That's what our sights are set on, yeah? And on the 13th, we're going to bring you the best speakers from around the world. The bravest, the future leaders of Europe will be coming to the stage, okay? Now, it's important, but our message is about uniting the kingdom. We have lots of great speakers. Personally, Katie Hopkins, you're whose speech I'm waiting to see. No pressure, darling. Okay? It's going to be historical. It's not going to be a day you want to miss. Do not let anyone ruin it for us. Understand? Love to you all.
In other news, Conservative Shadow Minister Robert Jenrick has publicly aligned himself with demonstrators in Epping, Essex, by joining ongoing protests against the use of a local hotel to house asylum seekers. Campaigners have gathered repeatedly outside the site, calling on authorities to close the hotel and end its use for accommodating migrants. Their protests form part of a wider movement across the UK, where growing numbers of towns and cities have seen pushback from residents against migrant hotels. Speaking to the media during the demonstration, Mr. Jenrick explained why he chose to attend in person. "I haven't been down to one of these before, but I was driving into London, and I knew this was going to be happening," he said. "I wanted to come and show my support and solidarity for everyone here. I have been writing about this and I have been in the media. I felt I should come down and say, I support these guys. I understand why they are doing this and they are right to do it. 170,000 people, mostly young men, have broken into our country. We've had all these hotels and we are spending billions of pounds on this. I think the patience of the British people has snapped, and frankly, it probably snapped a long time ago." Local anger intensified after a Syrian migrant living at the hotel, Mohammed Sharwak, 32, was charged with a string of offences earlier this month. Sharwak, who had been residing at the Epping site, faced charges including sexual assault, 2 counts of common assault, and 4 counts of assault by beating involving 4 complainants. The alleged offences are said to have taken place between 25th July and 12th August, and were heard before magistrates in Chelmsford. The case sparked renewed fury in the community and fueled a series of fresh protests. In July, separate demonstrations erupted after another asylum seeker was charged with sexual assault for allegedly attempting to kiss a 14-year-old girl. The demonstrations have not gone unanswered. Counter-protesters, many of whom accuse the anti-migrant campaigners of aligning with far-right groups, have frequently appeared outside the hotel. The resulting clashes between the two sides have raised tensions in the town and created an atmosphere of ongoing unrest. Epping Forest District Council has now sought a High Court injunction to bring the situation under control. At a hearing last week, council representatives argued that the use of the hotel for asylum housing was wholly unacceptable and contributed directly to disorder in the community. In documents submitted to the court, the council claimed the arrangement posed a danger to school-age students about to start the new school year, a valid source of anxiety for their parents and teachers, and a disfigurement of the local environment. The authority added that the protests and counter-protests outside the hotel had become a feeding ground for unrest. The row in Epping reflects a broader national issue, as the government faces increasing criticism over the long-term use of hotels for asylum seekers. Currently, thousands of migrants are housed in hotels across the UK at a cost of billions of pounds annually. Chancellor Rachel Reeves announced in June that the government intends to phase out hotels completely by 2029. She pledged that £200 million would be allocated to help speed up asylum claims, cut the backlog of cases, and return people without the right to remain in the UK. Reeves also argued that the move would save the public purse an estimated £1 billion per year. For Epping, the national debate has become a very local flashpoint. The combination of ongoing criminal cases, repeated demonstrations, and political involvement from figures like Robert Jenrick has turned the hotel into a symbol of Britain's wider immigration struggle. With both protesters and counter-protesters determined to keep their voices heard, and with the council escalating matters to the High Court, the standoff in Epping shows no sign of cooling anytime soon. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.